What's your name? Where are you from? And how long have you been shopping at Graywell?
Yeah, so my name is Scott Hendrickson, and I am from Southern California originally, a city named Ontario. And I've been collecting vinyl. I bought my first record in 2014, and I moved to Utah in 2015.
Nice.
So Graywell has been a huge part of almost my entire vinyl collecting journey.
That's nice.
Yeah.
So, as something you come to Graywell for, it seems like it's pretty exclusively vinyl.
Yeah. I've sold books here.
Yeah.
I've bought books here. We've looked at video games. I don't really do cassettes, so I haven't done that. But
Yeah.
primarily vinyl and friendship, because we actually started a group of friends that's now over 20 people, and we'll come dig together. And so it's kind of become a third place for me. If you know the kind of sociology concept of third place, you have home and you have work, and then you have like coffee shops and record shops and bowling and so Graywell has kind of become that for me. It's a place where I've built a network of friends that I would not have without collecting vinyl.
God,
Yeah.
I love being third place. That makes my heart warm.
Yeah.
Also, educating people on basic. That's really cool.
Yeah,
I like
societal
that.
concepts. Yeah.
Yeah, if you haven't gone to college, there you go. It's a free little YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Education. Um, Tell us the history of reframing this question a little bit. Usually we say what Graywell do you kind of claim as your own, but technically there's only two locations remaining, and there's such a history with you being here in 2015. We had multiple stores back then. Give me some background on stores you liked, what you liked about them, what you like now.
I went to the Sandy location. Was the first one I went to one time, and then ever since then it's been this location in Taylorsville.
Yeah.
Um, and so I think I went to Sandy for a record store day.
Okay.
And did the lineup thing and did that, and then for some reason, then this one was the location that I've been at. So Taylorsville's been it for me for a decade plus.
That's good.
And I love it. I love the layout. I love how it's organized. I love the people who are here, both workers, friends, everyone. It's a good central spot in the valley where people kind of from everywhere can meet together. So
yeah. Round back to a question. What's the vinyl group you guys started, and how did that come about?
Yeah, so COVID happened. Everyone was home. Everyone got into creating content, and so I made my vinyl page. And then just through creating it and connecting with people, you start to realize, oh, you're like posting from Utah. And so and we got a small group together, and we're like 4 to start with, or 5. Chris was one of those.
Yeah.
And then we kept finding more people, and everyone would be like, hey, I found this other cool person. They'd be great to bring into the group. I think I looked on my way here. So outside of Chris and myself, there's like 23 or 24 other people in this group. We do a holiday party every year. We get together. So we generate a little bit of business for you guys because we're all buying records for our Secret Santas. But we just did our 5th annual Christmas party. So we've had this group going now for 5 years.
That's really cool. I love the record swap Christmas party pictures. Those are
it's
great.
Fantastic. Yeah.
How would you describe what visiting Graywell is like to someone who's never been, and why should someone watching this visit Graywell?
Yeah. Visiting Graywell is like a hug from a dear friend. It's warm, it's inviting. People are always happy to see you. They're helpful, and it just going in is like that cozy, feeling that you get from that. So I would invite people to come in and hug a friend, right? Because that's what it's like for me coming in here.
Yeah, what more could you ask for?
Yeah,
that's wonderful. Yeah. Do you have any particular memories, experiences that have at Graywell that have positively impacted you?
Yeah. So over the years, I think beyond just a destination for physical media, you guys are also connected to the live music scene. And so I've been able to get 2 free tickets to 2 different concerts. One of those is one of my top 3 favorite bands of all time, a band named The Deer Hunter. So I got tickets. It included a signed record and that whole cool experience. So it invited me to connect with the band and connect with the media in a completely different way. And that was made possible because of Graywell. I was able to get an awesome signed copy, chat with them on Instagram because I was like, yeah, I'm like so excited I got this, and interacting with multiple band members. And like that was made possible from Graywell. So it's not just like a place to come and a place to buy media. You guys also, connect with the music community in a completely different way. And so that's like a huge memory for me, is like getting to interact with my top 3 bands and have that experience.
That's really cool. That's one thing that it comes up in this interview a lot, that we like, that it's things start out transactional because we are a business and that's what we do. But
Yeah.
the depth and the growth and the relationships and the other experiences that come from it are so. That's a wonderful example of that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Nope, that was the main one.
Okay,
Yeah.
great,
Yeah.
great, great. Um, as a record collector and a reader, obviously,
Yeah.
but as a record collector, is there anything you've ever found here at Graywell that was, the term Grail is used a lot, or just anything that you were shocked to find, something that you maybe didn't know, or is there? You give me an example of a few things or
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
I haven't found any grails. I haven't been shocked, but what I will say is that when I've gotten into different things, Graywell's always had what I'm looking for. So like a year ago, I really got into Touche Amore, and I came in and was digging through the used bins, and Stage 4 was in the used bins. And then I went over the new section, and there was a couple new albums that were there. And so like I was able to pick up a bunch of things from a van that I was just getting into. And then just like a week or two ago, I was like, I need to like start getting more of my Pink Floyd collection. I had a few holes in Steely Dan. I come in, Pink Floyd metal, Steely Dan, both there, pick them up. Like, so it's not that I found anything like, wow, this is amazing.
Yeah.
But what I'm looking for, I find.
We're,
And
we're staying consistent for
they're
you.
staying consistent. And so it's like I get into some band and I'm like, oh, I really want this and I want to look into it, and without fail, I can usually find it here.
Well, that makes me very happy to hear, because that is my constant stress, is the moving goalpost of always trying to
Yeah.
service as many people as possible without just absolutely giving up. And well, the gray hairs happen, but that's just part of life, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. Speaking of your Instagram and your the connection you guys had with record collecting, and creating content, where can we find you, and give us a breakdown of kind of what you do and what you like
Yeah,
to do.
I'm just on Instagram, so I'm Vinyl by Scott. I kind of post sporadically, but usually it's more like stories like, hey, look what I picked up at Graywell, or concert stuff when I am able to go to concerts, and sometimes I post about albums and or holiday parties or different things like that as kind of like things that are attached to that physical media aspect of my life.
Let's talk about physical media for a second.
Yeah.
What is it about physical media that you feel, I mean, culturally and in society now, that's changing? There's a shift happening. It started with a vinyl resurgence, 15 years ago, and then where it is now, but we're seeing it change the landscape. Can you want to expand on that or talk about that a little bit?
Yeah. So I collect two big pieces of physical media. So I have a whole wall of books. So I have a whole library in my home, and then I've got about 700 records. And so for me, collecting physical media it's a different way to connect with both of those types of media, right? Listening to an audiobook is fantastic. Like if you're reading and you're engaging, great. But then when I really love something, I can listen, I can read on my Kindle, but if I really love something, it's nice to get a hardcover, have something that you can put on a shelf, talk to people about when they come in your home. It's the first thing that you see when you come to my house is a big library wall. And then for music, it's a completely different way to engage with the music, where you're not just like throwing on Spotify DJ or putting on a playlist or listening to the radio. It's intentional, and for me, it's like taking a pause to listen to an album, or while I'm working, it gets me out of my chair, where I'm not just like sitting in deep focus for like 8 hours. I'm getting out of my chair and flipping a record, or it's something that's deeper than just having a playlist on or top 40 or whatever it might be.
Yeah, it's good for mental health.
Yeah.
That's a eloquent and wonderful answer. Is there anything else you want to share? Anything you want to talk about? Anything at all?
No.
We'll take what you got.
Yeah. No, I love Graywell, and so I was super happy that you guys even thought of little old me. I don't have a big social presence, but anyone wants to engage with that, that's great.
I want to sincerely and from the bottom of my heart thank you for doing this. This is one thing that we're doing this, and this is we're adapting to this kind of idea, and what we're trying, and the evolution of it is that the social media presence isn't really important. It's not about what you sell or what you do. We want to highlight those things. That's a part of this too, is we want to highlight who you are and what you do and why that helps. But really what this is for us is exposing our inner community. We're not really forward facing in a lot of ways, but this is something. 40 years is special. The amount of we're going to neglect thousands of people we could probably do in this over just because of time. But the idea is that having people like you that have effectively become family and community and part of what we do and support us, because the thing I keep telling everyone at the end of these is this is not possible for me to continue this and do what I do without all of you. So thank you.
Yeah, no,
I
thank you.
appreciate you.
Like all of my as like reflecting back on my life, like all of my great friendships have come from music. And so, like I said, having a third place where you can bring that together and in a location is like just amazing.
Yeah, great. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.